What's up, my metaverse family? So today we're going to be talking about a controversial change that the Axie Infinity team just made to play to earn in Axie Infinity, because they have decided to completely cut your ability to earn if you drop under 800 MMR. And MMR just stands for your matchmaker rating. So if you lose too many games in Axie Infinity, then you're not going to be able to earn anything in PvP or in adventure or from the daily quest. It will just stop your ability to earn SLP at all. So I'm going to be talking about whether or not this is a good decision or a bad decision, and why I think it kind of might be a slippery slope. So we're going to be talking about my opinion on this. We're going to be talking about what they were trying to solve, and then whether or not it actually solves the issues that they were trying to solve with this change. So without further ado, if this sounds like an interesting topic, remember to leave a big thumbs up on this video. It will help me out a ton. And then hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And now let's get into it. All right, so Axie Infinity has a couple issues that they are trying to solve with the decision to completely cut earnings from anyone who can't maintain a high enough MMR. And these two problems are that, one, they have still been having, Axie Infinity, I believe, has still been having issues with bots. And bots are really unhealthy for the entire ecosystem, because if a bot is able to earn SLP, then it just increases the number of total SLP production and devalues Axies and devalues the price of SLP. So I think Axie Infinity is kind of hoping that if they can cut anyone who can't maintain at least an 800 MMR, then they're going to be cutting the bots from being able to earn in Axie Infinity. But I actually think that this is not true at all, because bots have already proven that they can get better than humans at pretty much any game. I mean, you've had artificial intelligence become as good as a professional player in Dota. You've had really much better AIs at StarCraft than me. And I think history has proven that you're not going to be able to just continue to raise MMRs in order to stop bots from playing the game. They need to find a different solution to stopping bots from playing. I mean, have some kind of user verification or something, or maybe there can be some kind of thing that, I don't know. There's just less and less things that only humans can do, but they have to figure out some better way of stopping bots from diluting the SLP supply than just raising the MMR that you need to have. Because I made a tweet that I really believe, and that's that if they just continue to increase the minimum SLP requirement in order to earn an Axie Infinity, in order to keep the value of SLP, then pretty soon it's just going to be like any traditional game where you have to be a professional player in order to earn. And that doesn't really help the players of games at all. So I think that this change also doesn't solve the second issue, which is to increase the price of SLP. The reason being that this change doesn't actually increase the value of SLP at all. Because if you think about economically how the Axie Infinity economy works and what gives SLP value, what gives SLP value is the fact that you can breed new Axies with SLP. And what gives Axies value is the fact that you can use them to play the game. But right now we're seeing a crazy Axie Infinity inflation rate. And I think this is decreasing the number of people who just want to buy and collect Axies in order to store value, because when more and more Axies just get created, but no Axies are ever destroyed, then you just it starts to be like a currency that just has a money printer that's going boom, 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 and all of the currency becomes less when there's just way more Axies all the time. So the actual solution that Axie Infinity needs to implement in order to increase the value of SLP is Axie burning. If you start giving a sink for Axies, a place where people want to destroy their Axies to get other resources for land gameplay, for example, or to level up another Axie, maybe you destroy one of your Axies and it allows you to make one Axie that you like more stronger, or there's a lot of different things they could do in order to start burning Axies. But there needs to be more of a paradigm where there can still be some Axie Infinity inflation rate, but it has to be very controlled so people know that if I buy an Axie, it's going to maintain its value. That's very important. And I think that will increase the demand for Axies once there's Axie burning, once there's a kind of stabilization to the inflation rate of Axies. And it will also increase the true value of SLP. When Axies continue to get destroyed and you really need people to continue breeding new Axies, even for more than just growth of the entire game's population, when even people who are playing are burning their Axies and need to breed more for themselves, then that will increase the demand for SLP and truly cause the value of SLP to actually rise, which I think Axie Infinity wants, and they're attempting it with this change. I really think it's a band-aid on both of these problems and is not a long-term solution to either of these problems. And because of this, I really don't think it's a good idea that they decided to make it harder to earn in Axie Infinity. I know that some people just don't have the ability, and not every single person is going to be able to compete at a professional level or even maintain a 1200 level. That's not super easy if you're brand new to the game. It can be very hard. If a new person jumps into the game and they start losing some matches, they might start to freak out. They might not want to play at all. And then if they actually drop below 800, which if you just look at League of Legends, a lot of people literally cannot get out of bronze, cannot get out of silver. Like, there's going to be a lot of real people that are hurt by this change and are not going to be able to earn in Axie Infinity anymore. And if you have new players that drop below and say, well, this is dumb, I can't even earn in this game anymore, and then don't even have the motivation to like actually get good at the game, you might be limiting the number of people that actually want to give Axie Infinity a shot, or you might be increasing the number of people who quit shortly after starting, because there are a lot of people that are very good at this game now, and it is super punishing if you first get in it. And also, it kind of really hurts people that are just exploring the Axie Infinity game and aren't sure if they want to jump in, because if now you know, man, if I make the wrong Axie purchases and I don't have the best Axie team and I can't stay over 800, it's like super punishing, and it makes it, I think it increases the barrier for new people to jump in even more, because it makes it really scary as a new player if you're thinking, man, like if I don't pick the perfect Axies, maybe I'm not going to be able to actually earn in this game, and then you just think, I just will try to find a different game where it's not as difficult and there isn't as much risk. So I think this is a possible downside for sure of making it so you can't earn anything if you fall below 800 MMR. Now, some people are going to say that I am overreacting, and it's possible, because it is true that if you were already under 800 before, you weren't earning as much as someone who was like a 1900 rank is earning far more SLP per win than someone who is 800. But just the ability to earn anything is a really big incentive, and I think keeps people motivated to continue playing. And also, as AI gets better and people start making better bots, what's Axie Infinity going to do if they continue dealing with this issue this way? Are they just going to continue raising it one time, then another time, and another time, and pretty soon it's like you actually have to climb to 1800 MMR in order to start earning an Axie Infinity, and then all of a sudden people feel like, man, my Axies are actually kind of useless. Not only are there just a ton more that are getting created all the time by the best players, but I can't actually do it. But also the time that I spend in the game doesn't actually reward me anymore, so I'm gonna stop playing. And I think that that is a big risk. It's important that casual people who are still contributing to the economy by buying Axies are still able to earn. And it is important that we get bots out, but raising the MMR, while it might be a short-term solution to get some bots out, is not gonna be a long-term solution. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are watching this, Sky Mavis, I'm still rooting for you guys. I still think that Axie Infinity has a ton of potential and is just getting started, especially if Lunacia and Battles version 2 can be a big hit. So I'm still optimistic on Axie Infinity, but I have to be honest about what I think about these changes. So if you guys as viewers enjoyed my honesty, leaving a big thumbs up is very much appreciated. That will help out this video in the YouTube algorithm, and we really appreciate it. The algorithm will literally recommend it to more people if you drop thumbs up on this video on your way out. And then if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any future content that we post here on On-Chain Gaming. And then finally, thank you to our incredible Patreon supporters for supporting us. Your support is very much appreciated. I'm not making these videos by myself. Nate, my brother, edits these videos. Josh does all of the original intro and outro music. And yeah, we really appreciate your support. And then I have a really cool leak that I'm gonna put right at the end of this video, so not very many people are gonna see it. But I am announcing that I'm actually writing a book called Ready Player Earn, The Revolution of Blockchain Gaming, with a doctor that actually reached out to me who is a college professor and has a PhD in the history of science. He reached out and he's like, would you be interested in writing a book on blockchain gaming? So we're actually we're writing a gamer's guide for you guys and for anyone who's interested in the future of play to earn gaming, a gamer's handbook essentially. So if you want to check out the webpage that we set up for it, it will hopefully come out. We're shooting for the end of this year, but we'll see. It might be released more in Q1 of next year, but we're working really hard on it. Dr. Bulls is working so incredibly hard. He's an incredible writer, and he also writes super, super fast. So I think you guys will really enjoy this book. So definitely check out readyplayerearn.io, linked below, and you can put your email in and sign up to get notifications on new updates for the book and when the book is actually released. But we won't spam you. I'm too lazy to write too many emails to you guys. And you can unsubscribe at any time. But yeah, if you put your email below to show you're interested in that book, that would mean a lot to us, and we can kind of start to see how many people are actually interested in reading a book about play to earn gaming. So until next time, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have fun roaming the metaverse.